I think before I forget and before I miss it completely, if you go to Prime Access, well, there is the Prime Accessory pack that comes with the Prime Armor, the Prime Santana, the boosters, and more importantly, the Prime shawzin. I had big expectations to do song this, song that, song the other, but to be fair, Affinity Booster, always useful because it does come with two 90-day boosters, but I think it's the resource booster why I'm really picking this up. That and the primed armor, and well, we've got to take a look at this. It ends in a week because the next prime drops in a week. It doesn't actually say it on here, but yes, in 7 days on the 25th. Where is it? There it is. Octavia's Prime Access is ending on the 25th of May, expecting the next Prime to come at exactly the same time. So with a week left to go, I think we should probably at some point actually pick up her accessories, because I don't have them. Well, I do as this video has gone up. The Prime Armor should look really nice, the Santana should as well. The Resource Booster, I'm glad that they put that instead of the Credit Booster. The Credit Booster is handy when you first start playing the game, but it's the... Without the Credit Booster, you can get 400,000 credits in 20 minutes in Railjack. I know, as I literally just did that. And I don't have a credit booster, as you've seen. The affinity booster is also really useful. The shawzin, I had plans and all sorts for that, to do songs and had the tunes, and I don't have them anymore because that was almost 3 months ago. But now, do have the resource booster on the go. And the one thing I don't know how to do is, first off, to get that to go away would be really nice, but I need to play with this for a second or 6. There's nothing really special about this thing. And yes, once you get it, you can put it on your landing craft as a landing craft decoration. But I cannot get this thing to work as the emote. Which, if we go all the way around, you go to this, you do the emote, and you pull out a guitar and you sit on the floor and start playing it. And for those wondering why I'm using the auto system to kind of show this off just a tiny little bit, well, it comes down to, as I have mentioned many times in the past, mechanical keyboard, sadly. So to actually change this instrument, you just have to press A and you can change which shawzin you are actually using, which guitar you have. I will admit, it took me way too long to find that. I don't know why I had equipped the one that I had equipped, but there are so many of these things. Yeah, I think I'll just leave this prime one equipped. It does seem a bit weird to have a primed one of these, but it was a bonus item anyway. All the rest of the stuff still came with it. This was just a bonus that they've obviously added afterwards. So put that away and let's equip everything else, shall we? And I really want to call this the Serenade's Prime Santana, but it has this other weird kind of name to it. But to be fair, doesn't actually look too bad. It's big, but it doesn't suffer the same issue a lot of other ones do, where they touch the floor. This has a lot going on, but it doesn't touch the floor. That's the biggie. It comes very close, but it doesn't touch the floor. As you can imagine though, the glistened prime armor goes really well on her. The chest piece, the leg plate, I haven't actually equipped this one yet, which goes on there. The chest plate, the armor plates, they all go with the Santana and all go with the rest of her armor. Because if we take it all off, kind of a different stance, but you can see has the pink effect on the helmet, on the visor. The only this kind of effect are on the elbows. But if we put it all on, there is a lot of it. A lot of that new effect, which is, I'm starting to wonder if it's not just a tiny little bit overkill, because she looked so clean like this, and then you kind of put this stuff on and it's main reason it's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. Look at the rocks in the background. There is a disco going on back here. behind Octavia might be a tiny little bit overkill. Just that tiny little bit, but let's be honest, move away from the rocks just a tiny little bit and those reflections don't happen. And then you can take a much better look at this and, well, it's basically her mandicord that's spinning round on these items. Ever so slightly. Which does suit Octavia Prime very, very well. Since, well, she basically has exactly the same thing on her head. It's exactly the same image that is on the chest plate, on the shoulder plates. The shoulder plates and the leg plates are exactly the same. The only difference is, obviously, one is on the leg and one is on the shoulder. Apart from that, they look exactly the same. They aren't. You can actually see there is some differences between them. This doesn't have the weird silver internal loop that I'm trying to figure out if that... No, that's definitely part of the armor because it's separate to her legs. But yeah, it just... I don't know. It could just be the stance I have on her at the moment, to be fair. But doesn't look too bad. Bit overkill for something that you can only get if you buy it using real money. The only way to get these things is to buy it with real money. You cannot get these in the game, but next week on the 25th, when this ends and you can no longer get this, the only time this will return is in the Prime Accessory, or the Prime Unvaulting, the accessory to the Prime Vault, where these will be much, much cheaper. Yeah, a lot cheaper if I'm being brutally honest about this, which a lot of the times means that the Prime accessories, unless they are really nice, well, you may as well just wait until the Prime Unvaulting for these accessories, but that will not happen until she is Prime Unvaulted, which could be possibly never. Many years before that happens. So if you do want to pick these up, you really only have till the 25th, and then they will enter the Prime Vault and not be available again for the foreseeable future. They will possibly return at some point, and to be fair, it's the Santana on this that I really like. The armor, I think it's a bit... The legs are fine. I think the chest plate, it's a nice fit, but the shoulder plates with the chest plate are a little bit bulky, but the Santana does actually look really nice. Is it worth it? Well, that's up to you more than anything else. I'm never going to answer that one because it just depends how much you play this game as to whether it's worth picking these up to begin with. But that Santana does look really nice, and it has the whole actual spinning mandicord on there. Even though I'm still not sure if that is actually the mandicord, and I could be saying that completely wrong, but, well, it's also one of the only parts you get to see. The shoulder plates in motion actually look much better, because let's be honest, when playing the game, you're not going to be standing in a corner, you're going to be actively running around, at which point the shoulder plates don't look too bad, but that Santana still looks really nice. And with that, I think we'll leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.